Hello everyone, welcome back to online lecture series on fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines. We are continuing our topic of dynamics of fluid flow. In previous lecture we have studied about Venturi meter and we derived the fluid flow rate through a Venturi meter. The next topic that we studied was an orifice meter, in which we are having a concentric circular plate having sharp edges in a regular pipeline. So here we are observing a minimum cross-sectional area known as vena contracta. So we have taken two sections. First section is at a regular pipeline section and second is at vena contracta, and we have attached a differential manometer. And here we derived the fluid flow rate Q. The next we studied was pitot tube, in which it is used for measurement of velocity, and here the principle is that once we have a circular band kind of a pipe here, then once the fluid enters this pipeline, the velocity becomes zero and a kinetic energy is converted into a pressure energy. And here also we derived the velocity v1 as cv square root of 2gh. Now we will move forward with our new topic. Our next topic is momentum equation, and it is based on momentum conservation principle. So let me write down it. So the momentum principle is the net force acting on a fluid mass is equal to the change in momentum per unit time. So here first we will discuss about the net force, which is F is equal to ma based on Newton's second law of motion. Now if you recall, the value of acceleration is nothing but velocity derivative with respect to time. So here is equal to m into dv upon dt. So here mass is a constant term, so we can take it inside it. So F is equal to d upon dt mv. So the same equation is here arrived, and this is known as momentum principle. And this can also be written in a different form, that is F into dt is equal to d into mv which is known as impulse momentum principle. In terms of words, acting impulse of force F acting on fluid mass m in short interval dt is equal to change in momentum in that direction. So this is all about the momentum equation and impulse momentum principle. Now let's copy this work into our main slides. Now let's move forward to our next theory. Force exerted by a flowing fluid on a pipe band. So first we will draw a figure for this. Okay, so we will consider this as a pipe band. We are going to take two different sections. First section will be taken here and the second section will be taken here. Okay, so let's say that this is our section 1 and here we are having section 2. And now we can draw the axis and here there are two forces present in general. Here let's use a different color. Here we will have Fx and here we will have Fy. So this will be the force acting in x direction and here force acting in y direction. The in between angle is theta. Now as far as pressure forces are concerned, okay, first we will write down about velocity. So the velocity over here is, let's say this is v1, and here the velocity is v2. Here the components will be like this: v2 cos theta and this will be v2 sin theta, as the angle here is theta. Now regarding the forces, let's draw the forces here. The force that is present over here is going to be P1A. Force will be P1A1, and here the force will be P2A2. Now regarding the P2A2, we can have the forces present in x and y direction. So P2A2 is the force, and here this angle will be theta. So in such case, this will be P2A2 cos theta, and this will be P2A2 into sin theta. Kindly consider this in continuity, P2A2 sin theta. So here one thing where we need to be careful is Fx and Fy are force exerted by flowing fluid on the bend. Okay, in x and y direction respectively. So based on Newton's third law of motion, the force exerted by bend on fluid is going to be equal to minus fx and minus fy. So I would suggest you to pause this video and draw this figure in your notebook. So now net force acting on fluid in x direction is equal to rate of change of momentum in x direction. So if you see, the net force acting on a fluid in x direction is on section 1 is P1A1 in positive x direction, so plus P1A1. Then here the x component is minus P2A2 cos theta. And as I have told you that the force exerted by bend on the fluid is minus fx in x direction, so here it will be minus fx. Now rate of change of momentum, if you recall, it should be m into delta v. So m in this case will be rho into q. M is equal to rho into q. You need to note down this. M is equal to rho into q. Okay, this is based on the density definition. The density is equal to mass upon flow rate. Here where this is also mass flow rate. Okay, so the change of velocity, initially it was v1, sorry, final minus initial here, so final velocity is v2 cos theta in x direction, as you can see over here. So v2 cos theta minus initial velocity was v1. So based on this we can obtain the fx value. So fx is equal to P1A1 minus P2 A2 cos theta minus, okay, we can reverse the sign here, so plus rho q V1 minus V2 cos theta. So this is the value of fx. Similarly, we can obtain the value of fy. So let's use this. In y direction and here also in y direction. So in y direction we are having here it will be 0 in x, 0 component initially, minus P2 A2 sin theta minus Fy is equal to rho q. Final velocity is V2 sin theta minus, initially it is 0 in x direction, so Fy is equal to minus P2 A2 sin theta minus rho q V2 sin theta. So this is Fy. And as far as the resultant force is concerned, then we can say Fr is equal to square root of Fx square plus Fy square. And the angle made by this resultant force with horizontal axis is given by tan theta is equal to Fy upon Fx. So this is the end of this theory. Let's copy this work into our main slides. So in today's lecture we started with the momentum equation and completed the force exerted by a flowing fluid on a pipe bed. This is also end of today's lecture. Thank you for watching this video.